Hello there, ladies and germs. Elton McFall here, aka Retro Old School, with a BMW passing a Lexus. Oh, and they're both white sedans, and it's a beautiful day. And there's a fire chief and a Ford Explorer in the old colors. Anyway, it's still bloody windy, but literally I got the wind at my back. So I think this should fly pretty well. This is one of those spur-of-the-moment things to do a video. And as much as I complain about everything, you know what? This is still actually a fun street to come on and walk around. And not too far north from my place. Just got out of Mont-Royal, which I'm still not sure what the hell they're doing over there. It's like been under construction for like a year now, I think. And look, I see the camera contrails of a plane up there. The plane, the plane. Let's take a look and see what she looks like. Ah, shit. Sorry. Yeah, if you're offended by swearing, I don't think you're gonna like this video. I keep it to a minimum, but... Ah, boy. Come on now. Oh, that's gonna take some editing, eh? What the hell is it? Lost the damn thing. There. Let's try that again. Oh, that's a big mutter. Look at the zoom on this baby. Yeah! Look at that. Oh shit, the scrap. In the shot, as usual. Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, for those of you who are casual admirers of buses that, or you know, you've been out of Montreal a long time or whatever. Unfortunately, these buses now make up the fleet, the scrap. They make up the fleet, I'm sorry to say, and I'm unfortunately destined to take scrap for the rest of my life unless I move elsewhere where there's at least new flyers with better suspension, more comfortable seats, like in Ottawa, for example. You know, one of the reasons why this is a very popular street to walk on and shop in is because you got a lot of specialty boutiques. Like, look at this, your Séduction there. You know, get your X-rated materials stuff, you know, and if that's your thing, you know, if you're in a couple and your relationship needs uplifting. Anyway, another thing I'm going to point out by saying what I find the most unusual aspect of this particular street compared to any other street in the city, or this area in the Plateau Mont-Royal, is the fact of the matter is that there are more people from France probably walking around this street than Quebecois. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. It's very bizarre. Wow, look at this. There's more people here than St. Catherine Street. I guarantee. Look at the people here. Holy mackerel. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not sure if this is a good idea or not. I almost feel like I should put my goddamn mask on even. Ay, yoy. And anyway, like I was saying, there's a lot of specialty shops, bookshops, and record shops, and restaurants. And look at this beautiful facade here, eh? Very nice. Hey, what's happening, babies? Thanks for watching, huh? There's a Thai. Who doesn't like Thai, huh? Who doesn't like Chinese? Who doesn't like Asian food? Can you dig it? Well, and lots of old French-Canadian architecture is still around here in this area. It's wonderful. See, that's something, unfortunately, you know, like as nice as the West Island can be, you know, it's boring. You don't have anything like this practically. You got to go to fucking Point Claire Village to see buildings like that, you know, murals like this. You know what I'm saying? There's something you could easily trip over. Temperature is about 8 degrees Celsius. I have another ulterior motive for coming here. Actually, boy, how often do you see that in a sign? Look at that, easy financière. Boy, that's more Fringlish than me even. You know, some guy from Moncton would be proud to see that. He would say, "Oh, there are more signs." You know, there's the scrap, dirty scrap, overpriced. Where's this bus? This 2017. Where's it going to be in 10 years? On verra, on verra. Oof. Oh yeah, the other ulterior motive to coming down here, I forgot to mention, is the fact that over the many years I've seen a lot of old cars around here because a lot of artists and hipsters live in this area. So it's normal to see, you know, an old Volvo, Beamer, Cadillac, or whatever. You know. Now we're at Saint-Roch. I'm just gonna try to keep things nice and slow here, not go nuts, walking too much or too fast, because the pericarditis was really a pain in the ass this past, oh, I would say more than a week even. So I gotta be more careful. I want to be able to float around as I usually do, especially on beautiful days, because it's come to a point where if it's raining, it's a crappy day, windy, I don't even bother going out. I mean, the only times days like this are nice actually is in the summer, right? Because you got all everything, the, you know, bushes and leaves growing and grass and all the colors of it all, flowers, and, you know, sidewalk streets are cleaner, and, you know. But, you know, from what I see, it looks like businesses aren't doing too bad around here from what I see. Well, the streets like Park Avenue I was on recently, businesses got, unfortunately, closed up because of COVID. You know, unfortunately. Where am I going to do this video till? I don't know. You got this place. It's been here, I think, a while. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not hip. What do I know? You know? You got this place here, Jardin du Plateau. So plateau is plateau, and jardin is garden. There you go. Huh? There used to be a gas station garage actually across the street here, and although it looks like a park now and it's very popular, you know, whether it's our current administration or one before, I'm sure that it'll probably eventually end up being a condo. So, because that's anything that's knocked down, like for example, how many garage gas stations have closed down and they were turned into condos? There's no limit anymore. It's disturbing, you know. Everything they build is a fucking condo. You think they're gonna make a park? Well, no, they're not gonna make a park. It doesn't make money. What is that I'm looking at? Oh, that's a Genesis. Like when Chrysler made Imperial a separate make in '55 in the attempt to make more sales. Well, that's what the Hyundai did with the Genesis. Which, by the way, I say hello, what's up to my friend in Boston working at the MTA. Give a plug to my friend Franco, Mr. Rupee. Let's talk sometime soon there. I like this guy. I talked to him and he reminds me of me. You know? Yeah, that's a fine looking vehicle. From far away, I really thought it was a Beamer, but did you see how huge that grill was? Ah, the Japanese. They've always been excellent at copying other makes and things, you know? Except making their vehicles even of a better quality overall. Oh, look at that BMW. Ooh, sounds good. It's a nice, I guess it's a paint, it's not a wrap, I don't know. More nice facades, Cafe Expressions. Oh, it's a good thing I'm not hungry. Well, that's one thing also that's good that I was telling a couple of friends recently about the fact that it's starting to slowly get warmer, is that you can go to a restaurant and, you know, go to a fucking park or something and eat your meal, you know, and not have to go all the way home or something. So there's Rue Boyer, right? God, seriously, it's crazy to see this many people here. It's really like I said, look, I tell you, go downtown there, I bet you there's like half the amount of people as there is here. You know? BMW, oh, this guy wants to run me over. Oh, wow, look at that, eh? I thought this place was closed for a moment. I've been here a few times, especially back in my glory days with the boys there after clubs, after the clubbing. But as I saw on Facebook recently, somebody posted an old picture of Sal Picasso's restaurant on Saint Jacques, where Amazon's is. Man, how many times did we go there, me and my friends, after the clubs there, like freaking 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m. Oh my God, breakfast. Let's have it. 2 eggs, scrambled toast, and beans, and ham or bacon, and there you go. Look at this here. Oh, look, that's new. I didn't even know there was an SQDC here, which is a pot shop. That's where I get my POT, but I didn't know there was location here. This is a great idea because at last I was going to the one on St. Sebastian Street, and they had a fucking lineup. It was like a Russian food line. It was like half the size of a block. And I'm not talking about a block. I mean like a New York block. This guy's agreeing with me. He knows what I'm talking about. Business is business. You know what I'm saying? This is the best thing Trudeau ever did in his whole career, man. You know? His dad would never match that. Bonne journée tout le monde. Oh, they're probably not going to monetize that because of what I said. Well, we'll see. What does it matter anyway? Revenue's down. You know? There's another pub here, Le Baptiste Montreal. Christopher Columbus Street. Oh boy, I love having the wind at my back. It's warming my leather jackets, making me feel nice and cozy. We're probably not going to go see, probably won't see any oldies though driving up or anything, but you never know. I mean, it is a beautiful day. I would certainly hope so. Tesla. See, I got to keep it nice and slow there. I just felt a little bit of a slight chest pain, so I'm just going to pretend I'm like I'm going to pretend I'm a cat burglar. Hardware store, or as we say in French, quincaillerie is French for hardware store. Hardware store, quincaillerie. There you go. Oh man, it would have been a fool to stay at home too long. Look at that beautiful sign. It's a Saint Viateur bagel. That's new. Look at that. I knew they had opened one up in the West Island in Laval. Man, how many of them are there? Fuck, you know. Makes Fairmount look a little bit stupid. They only have one location, you know. Franchising, that's the way to go, man, for like the last, what, 40 years. You know? Ooh, Gypsy Star. Hear those guys talking English. I could tell they're not only not from the Montreal East, they don't look it, but also they're not, I don't think they're from Montreal either. If they are, they're from Beaconsfield, very Anglo areas like that, Kirkland, you know. Oh, I really wanted to take my bike out today, but you know, I gotta be in 100%, or at least it seems like, wow, brand new Ford Explorer, gorgeous. But I want to get my red roll fast, my 47. I want to bring it to Ed's place in NDG, which is definitely not a hop, skip, and a junk. What the fuck is with all the white cars around here? White, 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 white. What the hell? Jesus Christ almighty. I know, I'm a true vulgarian. I can't help it. I'm an artist. What do you want from a guy who's been single most of his life, who does what he wants, whenever he wants? That's my life, man. You know? Married? Never. Never will happen. Kids? Forget about it. Look at this one. Look at this. Did you see that? Casually drinking her coffee while she's skateboarding, holding a phone, for Christ's sake. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay, finally, something interesting. Ah. Okay, it's not vintage, but it's interesting. It's more interesting than most cars of today. You know? Like that motorcycle. God damn, that thing's got a 4-cylinder. Oh boy, that seems underpowered. But anyway, I just think if I had one of those, it'd have to be a V6 or V8. I would only get one of those Jeep CJs if it was really vintage, like built like 50s or under, you know, and it had a 4-cylinder. What are all these people looking at? Oh, they're watching the food being made, eh? Okay. Can you dig it? It's amazing also the amount of young people that are around here. Man, I'm 45. I feel too old to be walking around here. It's all young people. Look, people in their 20s and 30s and teens and whatever. And hey, yoy, and there's a big giant bunny there. Hey, what's happening? Hey, happy Easter, happy Easter. Honestly, I don't really care about Easter. I mean, seriously, I can't see anybody for family get-togethers, and I just don't really care. You know, I'm more of a Christmas guy when it comes to holidays, and that's about it. Look at that colorless Audi there. Woodsy. Anyway, I didn't mention it, but we're walking easterly now towards Papineau, Rue Papineau, Boulevard Papineau. You know. Nice color. Car sucks. Typical of these days. But that's me. I'm biased because I'm too old school. There's this Copper Branch business again. What a weird name. Somebody had probably explained it to me, but I forgot about it. Boy, there's enough restaurants here and odors of them to make me hungry, really. Honestly. Boy, these gloves are really warm. I just bought them for like $1.50 at the Jean Coutu pharmacy there, and they're really doing the trick, I have to say. They really are magic gloves. Of course, I made a joke to the cashier saying, man, they probably aren't too magic if they don't work below fucking 2 degrees Celsius, you know? I'd like to go for a nice older non-scrap ride. That would be nice. Speaking of, it's funny that I should say that, because look at this place here. Right? What is that? What is it? For any bus enthusiast to see that sign, what does it remind us of? The infamous GM New Look. And I was mentioning yesterday when I filmed my American LaFrance fire truck in the park that I finished a model, that it would be amazing if the company that made that model along with, you know, God, hundreds of others over so many decades since, what, the 50s, if they made a model of the GM New Look bus. You know? Well, I'm getting warm here. Oh, come on now. Fail. Fail. It's a fail. Also, I did think about coming up here and going to the secondhand shops, but then I remembered that there's too many people in the stores on weekends, obvious reasons. I'm not feeling it. It's not like I need more magazines. My God, I don't need them. Look at the sign, you can hardly see it. Now we're at Mont-Royal and Chambord. For those of you following on a Google Maps or whatnot there.
Now they're all falling over and
Look at this massive mother. Is it really efficient on gas? Being a diesel? It's still ugly. You know, come to think of it, the city of Montreal, you know, we had some of those for us, I think working for the Service Incendie de Montréal, the Montreal Fire Department, but I think they probably turned out to be crap. I don't seem to see them anymore. Nice vintage bike. Is that a siren I hear? I should hear a siren. There's freaking people all over the place. You're going to tell me there's not going to be an incident, something happening here? You know? Yeah, there's that Renaissance store, the second-hand shop I thought about going to, but forget about it. Forget about it. Bought a lot of magazines there over the years. Because I don't have a life. Whoa, check out that Camaro. Look at those headlights. That must be a 2021 or something, 2020. Wow, that's sharp. Woo! Yeah. See that bus driver? He's just sitting there. He's smart to do that. That's a good bus driver, is when, you know what's a good bus driver is when they don't drive too slow, too fast, they don't brake suddenly, they don't step on the gas harshly, and when they're waiting there because they're following the schedule. That's what they're fucking paid big bucks to do. I am a stickler when it comes to rules, man. I'll tell you right now, because if there's no rules, it's anarchy. And I know I've been living in a freaking area of Montreal for 7 years in Hochelaga where there's people wishing for fucking anarchy, and they want communism. And that's what you want when you don't have an education. Okay, listen, me, okay, I'm cultured. I may come off like an asshole, but I'll tell you something right now. I have 1 year CJEP, if you don't know, and that's it. The rest, I learn on my own. And you know one of the reasons why it makes me smart? Because that beautiful music that woman is singing, or guy, that's beautiful. That maybe that comes something with age. I've come to appreciate much more as classical music, you know? Something you don't really appreciate enough when you're younger, I find. It's all about rock and roll and hip hop and so forth. Le Uptown. What a lovely voice. My goodness. Incroyable. C'était pas sûr en premier, mais il me semble, mais vous n'avez pas de raison de faire une assumption. Parce que comme on dit en anglais, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Ah, vous êtes trop française, là. Oh, ok. Ah, bonne journée. Ok, that makes But you know, now that I think of it, there's that gray Audi again. Primer gray Audi. This is the reason why people want to come and live here. Not just the fact that it's cheaper than other cities in Canada or other places in the world. And the fact that we have also a very safe city, even in the metro, even in the middle of the night. But it's because of there's so much to look at and hear and see and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's really, it's like New York. It's like we're New York, but in a more, of course, French style, you know. I don't know what you compare this street to. Maybe Canal Street. There's a nice Challenger there. Black, typical. So I go to the Timmy's earlier before I took the Metro at Frontenac, you know, and I get my coffee. And what song comes on the radio? One of my all-time favorite songs. It's one of those songs I never get tired of hearing. And it goes something like this. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. That's the kind of thing you listen to driving in a Delta 88, a La Sabre, a Crown Victoria, a Meteor, etc., etc., etc. And unfortunately, cars like that will never be made again. Never mind being that comfortable. You know? Look at this place. Bleu et Percier. I don't know, that must be a very French thing. I guess I'm not French enough to understand what the fuck that means, but whatever. Here we got some more renewal going on here. It looks like there's no sign anymore there. And beautiful color on this Mazda 3. It's hard for me to shut up. There's so much to comment on. You know? I think this is going to be one of those half-hour videos, really. Look at that. 2 of these Mazda CX-5s. Jesus Christ, all I've seen is one non-scrap. That's terrible. Sorry about that. Sorry for you older bus fans, but that's the way she goes. I haven't seen any old buses yet. I guess it is still early though. You know, we are only, what are we today? The 3rd of April. Le 3 avril 2021, 2021. At the corner of Fabre, which by the way, that's funny because if you go several blocks north that way, you have Fabre metro station, or as I jokingly call it, Faber, which I went through yesterday. On a boring outing I had yesterday. 2016 scrap. Well, at least the window's open. Got the little slight arches on the window here. It kind of reminds you of Italian designs. Look at this beautiful detail here. When was this built? I don't know, 30s, maybe 40s even. Got a nice cute little Beetle there, eh? Who am I to keep you down? Have you any dreams you like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heart. But you know, the only problem for me with spring is that, of course, being an absolute car fanatic, complete car nut. I'm not a gearhead though, because to me a gearhead applies to somebody's a mechanic and they work on cars and vehicles. But is that I can't fucking drive them legally, and I'm 45 years old. And that sucks because of a technicality. And I tell people, they say, why don't you do surgery, laser surgery? I said, I can't. There's no point. Why? Because I have an astigmatism. It's a problem with my right eye. My right eye, you know, when you have your peripheral vision, there is, you know, like basically if you look straight, right? And let's say you're driving or whatever, if you're able to see objects coming from the right or left of your eyes on the edges, on my right edge, it's not so good as the left, see? Unfortunately. And there's that redhead before. We were talking for a second there. Look at that, that's rare. Ford Expedition. Wow. You know what? I'm not even sure they sold these up here because you rarely ever see these trucks. These were, imagine, you go south of the border, you go to New York, you go to whatever. Those are tons of these trucks, man. They're like the staple of America, just like the Suburban and the Blazer. And, oh, I can't stand the smell of cigarettes anymore. God, unless I'm drunk or something. Ah, fuck, I almost went by it. Jesus, Murphy, I gotta show you this beautiful vintage sign here. Shit, je quasiment passé ça. I almost passed it. Check this out, like, looks like, I would say, 40s or 50s. Look at that. Isn't that cool or what? It says what? Anyway. You know, for you younger people, by the way, in case you don't know, in the old days, the good old days, for many reasons, neon signs, like in every city, were everywhere. They were beautiful. But the problem is that neon signs, when they break, they're very expensive to fix because it's just a gas that's going in there that's lighting up the whole sign. So unfortunately, that it is what it is. So, and not only that, I remember seeing a documentary once in Vancouver that, like, I think by the 60s or 70s, Vancouver like made them all. They outlawed the signs, no joke, because they thought they were too distracting. There's too many of them. Isn't that something? I still can't believe it. There used to be a McDonald's right here on the right, and it's closed. A McDonald's! How the hell does a McDonald's restaurant close? It's like somebody told me maybe they got shut down by the health inspectors. I'm like, yeah, maybe. It wasn't, definitely wasn't fantastic looking, that's for sure. Oh, look at that gorgeous mural. Isn't that fantastic? You know what, I'm going to take a break right here. I like to hang out here for a while because, you know, then I got vehicles coming every direction, maybe some responses, and there's a Royal Bank I've been to a few times. Yeah, right here on Papineau. So I'm going to take a break here, boys and girls. Well, I must say it warmed up nicely. Let's see what the phone says here. Where the hell's the damn thing? It still says 7. All right. We'll go a few more blocks there and get a little bit tired though. Plus I'm gonna have to find a place to drain the vein there because I had a coffee. Can't believe people are offended when somebody say that. It's just, give me a break. People have to go to the bathroom like they need to take a shower or sleep. Even more than the shower. Anyway, whatever. I'm just gonna stifle myself on that jazz.
Ok, je sais pas quel chemin tu veux prendre.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's not a coincidence they have all these hybrids on this route. There's a lot of tree huggers live around here, right? So they're fooled to think that those buses are good for the planet, which in fact they're not. I mean, the lithium batteries alone were probably made by kids, like about that little girl's age that I'm passing by. But that's the way it is, man. It's all a bunch of tomfoolery today. It's all a freaking smokescreen, as they say. You know? And by the way, I'm not one of these people, like, you know, who was saying, like, don't wear the mask and all this. I wear my mask. Absolutely, man. You know, we're definitely in a pandemic. But, you know, you got other people, I don't believe that. They don't believe in the mask. They don't believe in infection. And I'm not one of those people. I'm really like the majority. How charming this building is. It's tastefully repainted. What's that restaurant there, though, eh? I want to zoom in on that because I can't see the sign. Oh yeah, Resto Mega Pizza. Oh boy, I didn't need to see that. No, thank you. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. More lovely artwork here. Very nice. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, that's an original name. Not. Big park over here. Park, I don't know what there. I heard music playing Take On Me, but I keep talking over it because I don't want it to interfere with my monetizing. For those of you not too familiar with me, Elton McFall / aka Retro Old School, well, I do this full time, man. It's part of my living. Oh, that reminds me, my other part of my living is, of course, selling vintage magazine ads and pictures and stuff like that. And you can check that out. On my Kijiji homepage. You'll see there's a picture, and on the bottom right, there's a link to that. And a link for Patreon if you want to become a Patreon member. Jesus Christ, I definitely did not promote that enough over the years, that's for sure. Might have to work on that because my friend Scott there at Cold War Motors, he's doing well with that. But he's much more business minded than I am, unfortunately, so you know, that's how it goes. Poissonnerie, fish market. Fish market, poissonnerie. There you go. Boy, that's an old sign. Look at that. It says Super Écompte Jean Coutu. Écompte, by the way, is savings. Boy, there are some beautiful signs up here, though, I gotta tell you. Look at that with the raised letters. La Maison du Rôti. How can I... I'm not sure how to translate that, actually. Rôti is like roast, but rôti is also a Jamaican term for a kind of I don't even know what it is. It's a rôti. It's like... oh, jeez, I feel stupid right now. I'm gonna fucking put the brakes on that one. I'm not even gonna go there before I start burying myself with my big mouth. Well, we are at, oh my god, I smell Indian food, my favorite food. Oh, it's just to torture me, just to torture me. You know, that's one of the things I hate about where I live. There's no Indian restaurant. Somebody open an Indian restaurant in Hochelaga where I live. That would be great. Oh boy, we lost track of the sign here. Let's see, Mont-Royal. Let's see, thank you very much. Oh, Bordeaux, yeah. Yeah, I did a bike ride down there once. She likes the jacket. The jacket is good, huh? It was a gift from a friend. Ah, I should say ex-friend. Well, you know, I got a lot of ex-friends, unfortunately. It comes from being an eccentric and a bipolar. As John Cleese once said. But you know what? There's hope. Because sometimes the door is closed and locked, but in some people, the door is unlocked. Ooh. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells like tandoori chicken or tandoori something. Oh putain, là. I don't even know where it's coming from, somewhere around here. God, I love Indian food so much. I wouldn't even have to be hungry. You could put it in front of me and I'd eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Bon, là, where are we? You know what? I'm going to end this here. I think this is Delormier, actually. Or, wait, Delormier or... Yes, I think it's Delormier. Yes, yes. Anyway, I want to thank you guys very much for watching this stuff here. And as I always say, if you enjoy what I do and you want to show your love and patroness, yeah, you can check me out on Patreon, become a patron. You know, if you want to forget about all that jazz, you want to send me something, or as I call it, a gratuity, a token of appreciation. Since I'm not making, obviously, tons of money, I only make a few $100 a month doing this stuff, enough to cover the rent, basically. You can send me something through my email, which is eltonmcfall @hotmail.com. So Elton like Elton John, McFall MCFALL @hotmail.com. You can do that through an e-transfer in Canada, which is better for me than a PayPal, but you can do PayPal as well. Hell, you can send me cash or a check if you want to also, hey. And that's it. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and take it easy, stay safe, and whoa! That's a way to end the video. I always love ending a video that I make in a high note. It's just, you know, seeing a special type of car or whatever, something, some kind of tomfoolery. I love that term. I don't know where it comes from, but somebody's going to tell me. So thanks again. Take care, and I'm just going to finish by showing this bus and going scrap. Bye bye.